players and to perform with your team, because this is your squad. Is this something that you're dealing with to show yourself? No, no, no. I'm not dealing with what my team is like because I want to win. No, I'm dealing with my team. I'm looking into the long term of this process of the group management, and I think that the group that we bring on the pitch tomorrow is great. And it will be strange if tomorrow the group has the same level as we would have in other games, but still we will have a team that when they play in a League Cup, they would be able to win against Southampton and I think Brighton that we had in League Cup. It wasn't that easy, by the way, but we did win. And as you've seen, after me, Cody Gakpo will be here, so I decided to bring him, for example. So yes, I do think about some sentiments or feelings that were here, but have you seen that he didn't play against Lille last week? For the ones here in the room who are sharp, and did you notice? Now that you're back, do you have moments in which you consider and think about your time and look back and reflect on your time? Have you ever imagined what it would be like to win this amount of games and to perform this well? I've received this question many times. I am never dealing with where I will be in 6 or 7 months. The only way that I work is how can I bring in my style of play as soon as possible with this team. The reason that the club ended up with me is because of there were so many characteristics that I shared between the game of style of Jurgen Klopp and mine, and some personalities. That's the first focus, and after that the draw was clear for Champions League. I was hoping that, I don't hope that the last game of this Champions League will be still important, because more than some of the English journalists here in the room are still knowing that it will be really difficult to play here or at Feyenoord, because it brings the best players who perform here. So as a group, I'm happy to be in the position that we are in now. Thanks to this new format of the Champions League, it doesn't matter if we win or lose tomorrow. So yes, I'm happy. But please, the differences between England and Netherlands, we all can see the difference in quality or intensity, but can you mention, please, another difference that we might not think about? You have to see this a relatively way, because in general there are many more players in England than in the Netherlands, because there is more money to spend, of course. But only half a year ago, Jerry Schouten and Gravenberch in the Dutch national team, they were higher in the hierarchy. So I wouldn't say that the players from PSV are much having less quality than the Dutch national team, or that we have, for example. But if you compare to the Dutch Eredivisie, the Dutch league, and in the Netherlands you would say the right side of the table, and in the lower side of that part of the table, if you look at one player who maybe could play in Ajax, PSV or Feyenoord, and if you look at England, I think every team has one or two teams that could play or that has been bought for a lot of money that could also have happened at a top club. So to win a game in Premier League, an away game, or even any game, is a bigger challenge, because not only they have better players, but also the managers are, well, I have to say, they're really good. So each game, this makes a bigger challenge. The program in Feyenoord was similar, because we played every 3 games. But I think that if we have 2 or 3 more games than Feyenoord, right, I'm guessing, and I think that's about it. But to play against the striker of our last game, who did we face? Who did we face last game? Ipswich Town. Okay. Well, to play against the striker of West Ham, it's tougher to play against than you look at the striker of RKC, the Dutch team here in the Netherlands. The intensity of the duels that you face are so much heavier here in England than in the Netherlands. Then Robbie's going to play there.
Volg je Feyenoord nog, en zo ja, in welke mate? En wat vind je van hun huidige seizoen? Met name ook in de Champions League.
I think of their season, these are a lot of questions in one. Of course, I do follow them. I follow the Eredivisie, but less intense, or I see less than I used to do, or than I used to see. Yes, I follow them. And what's your second question? Well, not in that extremely, because I of course saw the game against Bayern München because we faced them also, but we played at the same time, so I didn't see that many games of Feyenoord. And the last one, how does it go at Feyenoord? Well, I guess you can say this also. They're doing great in Champions League. I am supposing that they were wishing to perform better in the Dutch league, but this is my idea. This is the reality now that they are facing. Arne, welcome back. You are saying my father is not in the stadium. Did you receive another message or invitation from us to arrange some tickets for the game tomorrow? Did many people want to come tomorrow? No, not that many people. My family is here and my brother, or I don't know if it's always like this, but when we want a ticket for Liverpool, they sometimes need to be sitting in the stands of the opponent's team in the stadium at Liverpool. So these are the only requests that I received. And after the weekend, some more people were interested, but then they asked what they were the first 11 to place in and what I was thinking. But then the interest of the team became less and less from my family, but I still think that the Liverpool fans are looking forward towards this game because it's a beautiful game to play and we still bring in good players. Dank jullie wel allemaal.
Questions in English, just let it know if you're going to ask in Dutch and we'll get the translation. Start off. In Dutch, yeah.
Cody, what's it like to be back in the Netherlands? You played for many years here. It's a beautiful moment, special moment for me, of course. I'm looking forward to be on the pitch tomorrow. Have you mentioned the coach that I will be going with you tomorrow? What did you say? No, but I do think that the coach felt the same way, that he knew that I wanted to be part of the team playing here. What can you tell us about the guy who left here 2 years ago and the guy who we see here today? I think I grew up a little bit. I'm more mature, a bit older, more experienced in my legs. I think this is the biggest difference. All your family will be here tomorrow? Yes, I do think so, yeah. Thank you. Welcome back. Cody, what do you expect? Do you have any idea what you can receive of the fans tomorrow? I haven't heard anything. I hope that I will get a positive moment tomorrow and that people receive me quite positively. I think that I've always had a great bond with the fans, with the club, and I'm looking forward to see them all. What will happen if you score a goal? Will you cheer? What will your reaction be like? I don't think that I will cheer that much because I'm so thankful and I thank so many things to this club, and I don't think that I will be too enthusiastic. We've read many stories about you. One of your first coaches, the amateur team, who saw you when you were 7 years old, he said that you were you had your eyes on the world. What kind of boy did you become playing for PSV? That's a good question. I think that I always was a guy willing to learn, eager to learn, always looking to learn more, and this is also thanks to PSV. Cody. I also read something about Players Tribune. Last season, you couldn't bring what you wanted last season, something you said in the press. But now I think the group is bigger and better. But do you feel it yourself? Did it become more competitive, the group? I think that last season we had a period in that we had many injuries, and then of course the squad decreases. This didn't help, of course, and some other players came back without their form or their shape, but we were still in an important period of the league, so all happened at the same time in a bad moment. But now we do have a group that is fit, in form, in shape, with a lot of quality. and I think that it makes us stronger. One more question.
Zaterdag en je werd gewisseld. En meteen zei de trainer...
One more moment. You had your substitute last game, and right straight away the coach said something. What did he say on the sidelines? Oh, you mean when I got substituted or when I had to go off the pitch? Well, the coach said that also it was because of the game coming up, this game, so that hopefully I could also play against PSV. As a captain? No, I don't think. There are some other players who can also, who are also here and who also deserve to be a captain.
Just a couple of how strange will it be to walk out at this stadium as the away player tomorrow night? Like, how odd will that be for you?
Yeah, pretty strange. I think I've never been in the away dressing room, so it will be my first time. So, yeah, and also on the other side of the walkout. So, yeah, different than I was used to. But yeah, when the game will start, I think all those things will fade away, and we all will be focused on the game. And with the team we have, we are here and we are going for the win. So, yeah, hopefully it will be a good game.
Just on the slot, you always seem to play on that left wing role, whereas last season you used to have to play a bit as number 9. Are you much happier there, and you seem to be playing some of your best football there?
Yeah, I think before I played as central striker, I played as a left winger, so I always have been a left winger, and now I'm back where I play at my best, I think, so happy.
Cody, what type of reception are you expecting tomorrow from the home fans? Sorry, you've been asked this already in Dutch. And also, with the slot resting a lot of the regular players, were you given that opportunity, and what did you say that you wanted to come here and play?
So your first question, yeah, hopefully a good reception from the fans. I think I always had a good connection with them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see them again tomorrow. And on your second question, yeah, but I got the question from the manager as well, but I didn't play 1 minute against Lille last week. So also with from the manager's point of view, that I probably would like to come over here and get some minutes here. So yeah, that's why I'm here actually.
Any more, Chris?
Just sorry if this has been asked in Dutch because I couldn't hear it. But what do you think the biggest difference is this season to last, in terms of you were in a very similar position, going for 4 trophies? I think you mentioned you played Tribune up until the last 10 games it was going. What do you think the biggest lesson you've learned that can help the team this season so it's different?
Well, I think the biggest difference is at this point, I think last season we had a lot of injuries, what I just said as well in Dutch. And obviously, I think Mo was also away for the Africa Cup, so that didn't help as well. He injured himself over there, I think, even. And then we had, I think, Darwin was out with his hamstring. Dominic was out. Curtis was out. Trent was out. Trent was out as well. So Jota was out as well. So Ali was out. Ali was out as well. So we had some problems last year, which didn't help. This year, at this point, almost everybody's fit. So we are hoping that we can keep it this way and we can keep going.
So do you think that the belief is much even more now as well, because you've had that extra year as a team together as well? That's really...
Yeah, obviously a year has gone by, and then as a team, as a group, you get more experience, you get more togetherness as well. So yeah, I think we were growing last year and we are growing this year as well. So hopefully we can bring it to a good end. Thank you.
Last one, please.
Cody, wat is het grootste verschil of de grootste toevoeging die Arne Slot...
Cody, what's the biggest difference that Arne Slot added to this team? And what do you think that his biggest plus point or biggest positive point that he brought in? I think that in ball possession, we face these games in a different way. I think that we play more on ball possession. In some periods during a game, we prefer to maintain ball possession and create afterward that a bigger occasion, and we also try to break, how to say so, the opponent, and this helps us. So when we lose the ball possession, we still have the energy and to play high pressure again and to get the ball back, and it all starts again. I think that also tactically speaking, this is the biggest strength that we now face or encounter our opponents, and we all like this. Do you still look at PSV? Do you follow them? What do you think of the season? Yes, I still follow them. I try to watch the games. They are first, I believe, 4 points above the second team. I think they're doing well. Yes, of course. If you look at the last games, if I remember well, they lost. They had a strange game for the Cup, Dutch Cup, in between, but they still won. So yes, at the end, I think the most important thing is that if they continue in this way, that they are doing well. So that this is what I hope. Thank you. Thank you all.